time to use skill. And
I dropped. That is not a drop.
yeah, that's way too much.
Okay. Is it logical to test alcohol's effect on humans?
Of course, for science.
Yeah, that's right. I agree.
All right.
So what we're aiming to do here is some primary research to breach into an extremely unethical field of testing out alcohol's effects on people.
It's fine. IRB doesn't have to do anything about it. You know what?
Exactly.
It's free drinks.
It's free drinks. Ben,
So bad.
we are back in a brand new month, brand new recording, and how's things, man?
Yeah, they've been pretty good.
Really?
Yeah.
What's been going on with you recently?
I just came back from Japan, if that matters.
Yeah, that matters, man. How was your trip? You got Akiba?
Of course.
Ah,
It's always on the itinerary, man.
This bloody guy.
You know,
Oh my
dude,
God.
you saw the story.
Yeah, I saw the
Yeah,
stories.
about how I went insane digging through dumpsters.
Yep, dumpster diving. I get it. All right.
I think the only thing that really matters to you is that alcohol is like a third the price there. So you could buy a bottle, smash it on someone's head, buy 2 more, and you still be saving money.
That really sucks, man. Why would you waste alcohol like that? Why would alcohol be so expensive?
Don't worry, the bottles I'm talking about are like what, $13 worth of Jim Beam. You're not missing out.
Yeah. Okay. That's
have you-
a very fair point.
Yeah, dude. Just so you know, since Jim Beam is actually distilled by like they bought over the company.
Okay.
I can't remember which Japanese company,
Yeah.
drink company. But yeah, so it is distilled in Japan. So they actually have 2-liter bottles of that as well. You know,
Oh, okay.
you know the what was it? The Tourist Classic?
Yeah.
Yeah, think that but for Jim Beam.
I don't think anyone's gonna be missing out on Jim Beam with just how based on our reviews of Jim Beam in the past. Meanwhile for me, just been stuck in Singapore doing work. What's new, right?
What's new?
It's all good. It's all good.
Don't worry. I'll be joining you by the end of the year, probably.
Yes. So Ben, do you know what is so important about today?
What is?
We stand within the precipice of greatness. It is now the release of a new season of anime.
I think we're a bit late for that.
God damn it. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
You were in Japan, so I'm not sure if you had access to enough like internet to watch the new season. I've been having a couple of sneak peeks here and there. Mostly I've just been like wrapping up the seasons. Bleach 1000-Year Blood War, that was extremely poggers. Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, everyone has to now deal with the sadness of Gojo getting sealed.
I mean,
Yeah, very tempted to just give out like manga spoiler right there, but hey, it's all good, man. It's all good. But with that said, we have a new season of anime. Some series, I think you would know, I would know, but let's why don't give our expectations for the series to come before we get into like the topic I have today proper.
let's do that.
Alright, Ben. Tate no Yusha no Nariagari. Season 3. Rising of the Shield Hero. Something is rising, and is it the Shield Hero? Or is it not the Shield Hero?
We'll have to wait to find out.
That's true.
But-
Spy Family Season 2.
Expectations for season 3 of Shield Hero. Okay. Expectations not that high. I have read the light novel for Shield Hero and
Read a web novel.
it gets weird real fast.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you mean the rising of the Spear Hero in a different way, but
Bro, I don't know where season 3 is gonna go, how far plot wise it's gonna go, but you know, let's just say that I hope it ends before shit goes wild.
okay, got it. Next, Spy Family Season 2.
Spy Family. Hopefully it will be just as chill as the first.
I think it's a decent storyline anyway.
Yeah.
So, okay, Goblin Slayer Season 2. It's actually okay, I read the manga. It's really good.
It is lit. Just question whether or not they will, have original animations which reflect the first season. Your feel.
Right.
If they want to stir some shit, like, I don't know, but the plot is definitely very lit. So
plot is good.
I have good expectations for that.
Alright. Eminence of Shadow Season 2.
Edge.
I watched the first episode. I love it.
Oh shit!
It's
The
awesome.
Edge. The Edge is back.
The Edge is back and sharper than ever.
Damn man.
I can't wait, man. I can't wait.
All right. The
Okay.
Master of Later Weapons is back.
Freerun of the funeral.
Dude.
So no Freerun.
A 2-hour PV. The 2-hour first episode. A
Can I
movie
say,
length.
man?
Is it becoming like a trend now?
I don't know what to say, but I like Freerun, man. I read the manga and I can't wait to watch the anime.
Dude, it is good, man.
It's justice.
I don't know whether they'll be able to replicate the feel that you get in the manga, because it's a very particular, like, a dissociative like feeling that you get from like watching, like reading from Freerun's perspective with regards to time. So that is something that I will look forward to seeing if they are able to like replicate it.
I think it really is quite like, it has a very rustic but punchy feel. That's what I would describe it like.
Well, I'm just hoping that it is able to replicate that surreal feeling just right.
Alright. Okay, next one. Dr. Stone New World Part 2.
I haven't been following Dr. Stone the anime.
I know the manga. I've read the manga. Have you?
Yeah, I can't say I've been keeping up.
Why? I mean, it's over. It's already been finished.
Oh.
Right?
Wow.
So, they are quite correct on the theme being time travel.
Mm-hmm.
It's just in a very different way. We had a time travel episode, right?
I think it's fine to say, it's fine for. Wait, no, it's not even a spoiler. Never mind. Yeah, it's pretty time travel.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, Tokyo Revengers. Tenjiku-hen. I don't think either of us watched, right? Tokyo Revengers, right? Okay, skip. No expectations. Okay, what is this? Keiken zumi na kimi to keiken zero na ore ga otsukiai suru hanashi. The experience you and the inexperience.
I think I've seen the manga around.
Oh.
It's just like a feel good kind of, Yeah.
I might have seen a specific YouTube clip of this. I might have. Okay, next. Undead Unlock.
Never heard.
It's a Shonen Jump manga.
Oh.
I have read, I think, the first chapter, but I didn't like it, so I stopped. I think it's been getting decent reviews. I mean, it's lasted around enough to get probably 2 years worth of serializations in.
Yeah, if
We'll
it's
see.
been around.
Yeah, we need to see.
Yeah.
Alright, next. Saihate no Paladin. Tetsusabi no Yamano. Faraway Paladin. It's decent as far as I've read the manga.
Yeah, but it's
Basic.
another one of those,
Actually, I think it's not an overpowered isekai, if I remember correctly. So, a bit of a standout.
Really?
Yeah.
It's not an isekai if I remember it correctly.
It is an isekai.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. It is an isekai. Even says right there is an isekai.
Huh. Okay,
Yeah.
it means my memory is a bit. It's been a long
Foggy.
time since I last actually read it, but I don't know. It feels a lot like your stock.
Okay.
Even with a bit of change, it's just.
Yeah. Okay, next. Kusuriya no Hitorikoto. I've read the manga. I'm looking forward to this.
Oh.
It's somewhat of a rather Chinese plot. As you can see, it's literally in China.
Yeah.
It is about a girl who mainly works with medicine.
Ooh.
So that's why it's called the Apothecary Diaries.
Mm-hmm.
To simplify, I think most people don't understand what an apothecary is. But they are essentially the medicinal dealers, kind of like a cross between a medic as well as a doctor. Or they could be both roles. Yeah. Okay, next.
Interesting.
Ragnar Crimson.
No.
I am not sure what Ragnar Crimson is. I know I've definitely seen like it. Oops, that's me pressing the space bar by accident.
Your mouse ain't working, man.
Yeah, man. And I'm not sure if it's a show. I know I've definitely seen it on sites, but I'm not too sure what it exactly is about.
But okay, you know what? Never mind.
Skip. Kamonohashi Ron no Kindan Suiri. I know I've seen this around. I just don't know what it's about.
I haven't seen it around and I don't know what it's about.
Alright,
It's a mystery, so... Alright.
Okay, next. Trash. Seiken Gakuin no Makensukai. So this
Moving on.
is trash. Okay. But it's kind of trash that I think we like, just that we need to validate whether the anime does it justice. Okay. Shangri-La Frontier. Never seen this.
No, but I think I've heard decent things about it.
It looks decent, I would say.
Yeah.
It might hazard a watch.
Yeah.
Berserk of Gluttony. I like the manga. It's fan service. But it's a very edgy kind of like 7 Deadly Sins kind of plot.
But it lacks the self-awareness to make it funny, so it's just your edgy.
It's a power trip.
Yeah.
Okay. The 100 Girlfriends who really, 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 really love you.
I've seen it around, but
I've seen it only on manga subreddit.
I've seen the manga around, but a bit sus.
Sus.
A bit sus.
I think it's the kind of thing that just caters to the male fantasy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, next. Hametsu no Okoku.
Really?
If you
Ruin?
are the Kingdoms of Ruin.
Alright.
Okay. If you are a sane individual, do not watch or read this.
Alright,
If you are a messed up individual, please go ahead. It's I believe it has plot lines or themes of tragedy, but it's basically kind of like a power trippy kind of thing. But it's not that power trippy. That's why the tragedy elements are there.
Okay.
But it's basically just trash.
Okay, never mind then.
It's not that it's not overtly trash, but it's still trash.
Alright.
Okay, next. Kanojo mo Kanojo, season 2.
Oh,
I mean, I like it to some degree, but
I haven't watched it. I think roughly, yeah, it's... You know what? If you like it, you like it.
yeah, that's true. Okay, Mahosukai no Yome, season 2, part 2.
Oh, damn.
I mean, I liked the initial concept of Mahosukai no Yome.
Mm-hmm.
I watched probably like 6 episodes, but never really stuck around.
I heard good things about it.
Yeah.
But never actually got into it.
Okay, next. Dead Mount Death Play Part 2. I am looking forward to this.
Once again, I've heard good things about it. The first season.
What was it? The Children of Cerebramen? Alright, gotta look forward to that, man. The plot is more like everything ties together. That's a good thing about Dead Mount Death Play, because it's about multiple worlds, right? Reincarnation. A lot of things tied together. Okay, next.
Well, if they are able to pull it off, good for them.
The Saint's magic power is Omnipotent Season 2. I did not really like it because I think it was too slow for me.
I have no idea. I can't.
Oh,
As a...
I think it's kind of like a healer, or the healer teams to this. Yeah.
Oh, it's one of those. Okay,
Yeah.
I think I got you. All right.
Yeah.
Moving
Okay.
on.
Watashi no I'm in love with the villainous. I have no idea, but I think I might have seen.
I'm looking forward to
it on
this.
sites. Really?
It's like CGDCT
Oh,
with a very It is a girl on girl love kind of. It's a Yuri.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Noted. Not with that, but noted.
It's. I think it's fun. It's a fun, like the manga is quite. It's fun.
Okay. Next, Konyaku Haki Sareta Reijo. I'm giving the Disgrace Nobody I Rescue a crush. What, Cause on Love? Probably.
The Demon Lord and the Elf Girl.
It looks like trash.
No, it's okay.
Romance?
If I'm looking at this correctly, and if I remember it correctly, this one is essentially like I think it's a feel good kind of anime.
Okay.
I don't know how well the anime translates from the manga, but if you're looking for something light, I guess feel good, kind of like a Hatarakumao kind.
Okay.
Not exactly, but the feel is there.
I see. Okay. Ojo to Banken-kun.
Looks like a shoujo.
Yeah, this looks like caters to the female fantasy. Noted with thanks.
Okay, moving on.
Okay, moving on. Yes.
Moving on.
Mokushiroku no Yonkishi. I'm looking forward to this. It's a much... Okay. If we discount the... Okay, so far, there's been 2 movies for this. Kind of like... There's kind of like a preceding story that covers the plotline of Tristan and Lancelot.
Okay.
Mainly Tristan. So, Tristan is Meliodas' son.
What?
Meliodas and Elizabeth's son. Okay, Tristan is...
I'm just looking at the studio, and it feels like it's a hot potato that has been tossed around, so I don't know whether or not...
Okay, Dean just botched the last, 2 seasons, so...
Was this the studio that did the 2 movies?
I don't think so. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it definitely feels like a hot potato being tossed around
Yeah.
right now. But
The thing is that I think the plot is consistent and the action is good. Like Seven Deadly Sins has never let down the action. It always slaps.
yeah, it's
Right?
just the studio.
It's just whether you can tolerate it.
It's just the studio.
Okay, the Vexations of a Shut-In Vampire Princess. It looks like Yuri, so
It looks like it.
alright.
Yeah, this one, the S rank adventurer.
He lost his leg as an adventurer. It's like a typical took an arrow to the knee kind of plot.
Yeah. Honestly, the manga is like decent.
Okay.
It's decent.
I've never seen it. Alright, I might have seen it, but I
surprised
forgot.
by the low score, but it's fine.
Alright. Overtake.
Never heard of
Looks like a
it.
racing.
Yeah.
Under Ninja.
Nope.
Huh. I mean, it looks
interesting.
interesting.
Score looks like trash, so
Okay.
meh.
After School Hanako-kun. I think you can give this a miss. MF Ghost. Let's ignore that. Okay.
Wait, what?
Shy. What?
It's
7.46.
I thought that it's
Yeah, but
that's all
okay.
heck.
History has taught me that I'm not really too keen on like anime that feature or center around vehicles or
Racing.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I never took an interest in
I
like
thought it
Gozan
was
Panzer and stuff like that.
I thought it was a very old series.
Okay, Shy.
Okay.
So I've seen the manga.
Mhm.
I've read a couple of chapters.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I liked the art style in the manga, but
Mhm.
the anime visual is looking pretty promising. I think it's a superhero story similar to My Hero Academia.
Heard about it. I'll maybe give it a
Why are there so many things? We're actually
I
burning
have
through
no
time like
idea.
mad. Wow.
Yeah, what the heck?
Okay.
Alright, let's speed through the rest.
Okay. Stardust's Telepath.
Haven't heard of it.
Looks decent.
Looks decent.
Dekoboko Majo no Oyako Jijo.
Very regular witch.
No idea.
Haven't heard of it. Looks interesting.
Agreed.
Looks like a fun, just chill.
Yes. Okay, next. Toaro-san no VRMMO Katsu.
Power trip. Let's go.
Looks like trash. Arknights. Don't
Arc
play
Knights,
that. Don't not attached to it.
Not. Yep.
Tear Moon Empire. I have no idea, but it looks like something I wouldn't watch. Looks like it's a Tensei, dude.
Oh, okay.
It's a Tensei.
Well,
It's a time rewind. Okay, Paradox Live the animation. Let's ignore that.
yeah.
Hey, okay. This is a manhwa, if I'm not wrong. Returner's Magic should be special.
I think I've heard of it, but
I've definitely seen it. Yeah.
Hmm.
Where
Interesting.
is Soul Leveling?
maybe they are discussing about a licensing for it or something.
Possibly. Okay. What is this? Migi and Dali.
What is it about art?
I have no idea,
Never
man.
mind.
I had the same thought. I thought it was Salvador Dali. Okay.
Right? Okay, never mind.
Next. Kami Irabi.
Nope, haven't heard of it.
Never heard of it. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to scroll through the rest to see if there's
Yeah,
anything that I
it's-
actually
It
recognize.
actually looks very.
Umamusume.
Scroll up.
Sorry.
Just scroll down a bit slower. Oh, Furikuri.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
FLC,
you know what?
Furikuri.
Just give it a watch. I don't know why the low score, but
Something does it. Not a lot of people really care about Furikuri, so.
Nah.
I
all
think
these are-
we've went through all the things that
Yeah.
actually are meaningful. All right, fantastic.
Honestly, the main one that I'm looking forward to is the remake of what is it called again? The Spice and Wolf.
Oh. What?
Have you not watched it?
No,
Ah.
I've not.
Yeah, they are remaking it with better graphics, and I think like.
I
by a
mean,
different studio,
I'm just waiting for the sharpest tool in the shed. You know.
I mean, it's right up your alley. I'm just looking
is,
forward
it
to
is.
how they actually redo like Spice and Wolf, because it was quite the phenomenal. anime.
Okay.
So
Okay, Ben.
yes,
We have
Finally.
wrapped up
Yes.
our weep obligations. It's time to get to the part
My
that
God.
we care probably more about. The whiskey part.
that was a lot, and
There was a
half
lot.
Half of it was trash. So let's get the taste out of
That's
our
true,
mouth right
alright.
now.
All right, so we're gonna get a taste out of our mouths, and I have with us here a Scotch. We're gonna face it. We're gonna do nothing but Scotches for the rest of our lives here. Just kidding. All right, so You already sorted that out by preparing a bourbon and a Japanese whiskey. But
Bourbon?
I have
Right.
2 scotches, and I'm now also part of the Scotch Malt Whisky Society Singapore.
Ah, yes, so I'll be expecting a lot more of those.
Yeah, so you can expect like outturn bottles in my face. Okay, so here we have a Cardhu 12.
Mhm.
Cardhu is a distillery that I have honestly no idea where it is. Let me just refer to the box.
I've heard of it.
It says the comings of Cardhu, distillers of perfection. Where on earth is Morrisshire? Well, I've heard good things about Cardhu anyway. We can expect it to... Oh, it's a Speyside single malt. Okay, Speyside.
okay.
I kind of expected that. Right. So, I fully expect it to come very fruity and sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Might not be too intense. It's a rather low percentage for all the stuff that we've been drinking in recent time, but hey, always good to have a change of pace, you know? Not always deal with the super strong stuff all the time.
Well, hopefully you can actually taste it.
I mean, have I drank anything that is cask strength in recent day?
I'm looking at what's
Probably,
sitting
yeah,
on your
probably.
shelf, man. What the hell?
Yeah, so that is something that you'll sample later, probably for extra content. Okay.
Looking forward to it.
Honestly, I think the smell is really like permeating through it.
Oh, that's right. I forgot to bring a cork
Cigars.
for you as well. You know,
Oh yeah,
Next
it's
time.
all good, man. Alright. Let's dole out the comings of Cardhu.
what is Cardhu?
Oh, I might have
Comings of Cardhu?
over-poured a little bit. So you read on the box, I think there's a mention to a one Elizabeth Cumming.
Mhm. And Helen Cumming. Interesting.
Yeah, it looks about even, I would say. Alright. Nosing time. Yeah, baby!
Looks quite. I was gonna say pale, but
weak.
maybe it's just because of my hand. Looks a bit pale.
Am I? Really?
Like compared-
It looks like the color of light amber.
Yeah, a bit less intense than some of the other stuff we've been having, but
I think my nose has been desensitized to anything that's less than like 60%.
it's not overly oppressive. It has a nice sweet smell.
It's a bit too gentle for me.
Really?
Yeah, might be that my nose is short because I
Yeah,
drank
it's probably because you've been smelling nothing but 40% or 60%.
50 plus at least. All right.
Nice.
I would say nose I don't really get much. It's lightly sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
Sampling the goods.
Oh, it is very light.
Hmm.
Nice. Yeah, it has a very nice fruity aftertaste, like towards the back. A bit nutty, but you know it's
very
Scotch.
flowery, I would say.
Hmm.
I think taste buds have adapted to.
Is that what the initial taste is? Plus, there's this interesting like initial taste. I can't really put my finger on what exactly it tastes like. Perhaps the notes can hint me in.
So I'm trying to get like the taste to go straight to the nose.
Mhm.
There, and it's creating somewhat of a nice like how I put it. It's a very odd sweet flowery taste. Chrysanthemum perhaps? For me.
Yeah, I'm getting it's a distinct, but I can't exactly put my finger on what exactly the taste is because I haven't had anything like this before. But
It's
Yeah,
like it's lightly minty for me.
yeah, I
Very
think
lightly.
chrysanthemum is close to what?
Apt, right?
Yeah, it's interesting. It's very interesting.
It's very much can approve of this. Actually no, it's not sweet enough.
But it's not repulsive.
Yeah.
It's not like it's nothing like the other stuff that we have. Yeah. I see. It's decent.
Yeah, I would say rather than finishing off myself, I would much rather let other people try and see what kind of taste profile they can draw.
Yeah.
Because it's too light for me now.
I mean, it's definitely a unique taste profile. That's for
Shit,
sure.
bro, I've probably just had too many strong like space side whiskeys.
Speaking of space side, you don't get the usual space side tastes. I mean, there's a bit of nuttiness, but it's interesting.
Would you really characterize space side by nuttiness?
No, as in like that's the thing. I don't really have the, I mean the nuttiness from the Scotch, but not really getting a space side like,
Shit, bro, I'm not getting anything much.
which is interesting considering it's a space side whiskey. But
I even made sure to brush my teeth as
Right.
well as scrape my tongue just in anticipation of this.
perhaps some
Alright.
water would change your mind.
Oh, okay. I will probably need to go and get the dihydrogen milk.
Time to use skill. And
I dropped. That is not a drop.
yeah, that's way too much.
Okay, I will show you how you generate a drop. Be wise. Use the edge that has not been used.
Mhm.
Pour back out almost everything, and then
Let it drip.
you will get
Nice.
literally drops. Wisdom of the ages.
The man of science is right here.
Mm. It actually intensifies the alcohol just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
It washes away any sort of like taste it had. I'm just getting nothingness now.
You are the baka. Alright.
I added more. But, interesting. Okay.
Ben,
Yes.
what do you think is the topic du jour of this episode?
I don't know. It's yours.
Exactly.
Damn.
What am I cooking?
I don't see any cooking ingredients here.
Alright, I guess you gotta let me cook. So Ben,
Yes.
today we are going to answer a bunch of questions.
Fire.
Very important questions.
Oh, how important?
It
Whether
deals
or
with it deals with what we're even doing here in the first place. Alright?
Whether or not I actually have no idea.
Okay. Never mind. So I have 4 questions for you. So first, is it logical to drink alcohol? Remember, the keyword here is logical.
Well, that's a tough question right out of the gate. Define logical.
Would someone in their right mind with a working rationality, would Hikigaya Hachiman drink alcohol?
Why not? It'll allow him to escape his terrible reality for a second.
But that statement is not logical because Hikigaya Hachiman is a character in a story that doesn't have any implications in real life. The author decides whether it is logical
Fair
for him.
enough. But
So I would say it is, to a degree, not logical to drink alcohol because it is poison. Right? Your liver needs to detoxify alcohol that you drink in the body. Too much alcohol can give you poisoning,
enough.
right?
But then again, if you
Ah,
go
wait.
by that logic,
Wait, so you gotta let me cook,
Yeah.
right? So, which is, it is also logical to drink alcohol because there are a variety of benefits that you can obtain from a certain dosage of this nervous depressant right here.
benefits is
There are many
enjoyable.
benefits if you look at things a bit more macroscopically. Social relationships, networking.
There are many effects of alcohol that you would want.
It's not just physiological, it's not just to the body, but it's because alcohol is the social lubricant that many of us chase, look for, right? And for us, the, not to be too snobby, connoisseurs of alcohol, or rather in this case, whiskey, we take pride in savoring the drink, in drawing out the flavors. So to us, it is a very logical thing to drink alcohol. Then, I must come to my next question.
Alright.
Is it ethical to drink alcohol?
What, personally?
You
As
can answer. You can
Consuming-
answer.
Is it ethical for the person consuming in relation to the person consuming alcohol for their own personal use, or is it
So that's why I'm giving you the freedom to contextualize however you want. This is an open question. Is it ethical to drink alcohol?
Well, to be a moral subjectivist, whatever you decide to be. You know what? Let's just go with utilitarian. If there is more benefit to gain from drinking alcohol than there is cost, it is ethical.
Okay, so I see you're taking the philosophical route to things.
Of course.
Okay. I would say that as long as you have not preset conditions that if you're not preset ethics that you consider alcohol to be a violation of, then it is perfectly ethical to drink alcohol. Does it make sense? It's kind of like you're setting a rule that I should not cross this.
By definition, sure. Like, by the very definition.
So let's
of what
just
you're
say
saying.
like this, right?
Uh-huh.
If you're an addict and you want to quit alcohol, you set yourself a personal rule of discipline that, hey, I need to stop. I will stop drinking alcohol. I will be sober from this day onwards. We both know that's never gonna happen to us, right? But hey, that aside,
Pipe dreams.
let's say, yeah, but let's say that an alcoholic who wants to quit says that, hey, I want to set a rule that I'm not gonna drink alcohol whatsoever, ever again, and then he mugged. It is a personal ethical violation of the own rule that he has set. Whether it's of consequence is not in the discussion. It's just that based on the premise that ethics is a social construct, it depends on whether you have established one for yourself to follow and whether the object, the entity that is alcohol violates it, falls within its purview, right?
I mean, that's a very superficial way of looking at it, but sure, I give it to you.
All right.
By very definition, if you break your own rule, then you are ethically compromised.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So now I have the next question for you. Okay. Is it logical to test alcohol's effect on humans?
Of course. For science!
Yeah, that's right. I agree.
If there's one thing that humans have been pursuing, it's always been knowledge to find out more. So,
Exactly. Satisfying curiosity.
Exactly. That's the only purpose that we are alive today. What's
And
the
we
entire
test it on
purpose?
ourselves.
Exactly.
Even better, right? That brings the next question. Is it ethical to test alcohol's effect on other humans?
Well then, do I want to know what you are?
I'm cooking.
Find out what.
Let
you are
Chef
cooking.
Sukuna slowly cook.
All right.
But you have to answer the question.
Depends. It really depends, doesn't it?
It really depends. Give
Right.
a couple of considerations that you might have.
I mean, the first and foremost is how negative are the effects of the consumption of the alcohol on these individuals. So
Correct.
dosage would be one. Their own personal reactions would be another one.
Intentions another. Refer to NTU's current SU.
I mean,
kinda
intentions
typical.
are definitely a consideration, considering that I think which one was it?
What?
Kantian philosophy is all about.
Immanuel Kant?
Yeah, I can't remember which of the
But
more.
what's the philosophy there?
Essentially, it is all about your intentions. I can't remember which
okay.
moral philosopher said it, but yeah, it's all about the intention. So
I don't remember either.
If the intentions are right, but it leads to a bad outcome, it is still a
Ethical.
morally just action because
Yeah,
your intentions were there. But if you
It's
feed,
a bit like a Stuart Mill, was it?
was it no? Stuart Mill was utilitarian.
Oh.
But besides the point. If you kill someone with alcohol, trying to find out if alcohol actually does humanity good, that's a different story. But
Okay, so we can both agree that yes,
it depends.
it depends, right?
Yes, but
If you're willing participant
Mhm.
and you don't mind, and you signed your waiver and you signed your informed consent,
put it this way:
Yeah.
if we test alcohol on you to find out its effects, I'm sure it's ethically sound because you're already an alcoholic.
no, I'm not an alcoholic. We are connoisseurs. of alcohol.
Connoisseurs, right? Yes.
Okay, that's the important cue. Okay, so then this brings me to a very specific topic because I have been recently on the interwebs, right? Or rather, I've been on the interwebs, and a good friend of ours, Mr. Joel himself.
Right.
You surely remember him, right?
Of course.
Muscular
Of course.
guy. He
Mr.
tagged us in
Powerlifter.
He tagged us in a certain post by a certain brand.
Yes.
I believe the brand's called Build Fast Formula, and he tagged us in a certain reel that features a product and a person. The product is called Drink Hack. It's a supplement that's designed to, I believe, target acetaldehyde, which is a byproduct from the digestion and metabolism of alcohol inside the body and the liver, right? And the supplement is supposed to provide several compounds that helps to ameliorate or reduce the effect of the presence of acetaldehyde, if I'm not wrong. But
So
hey,
it's essentially
I
a
need,
hangover pill, kind of.
in a sense, yes. I am not too certain because I am not a molecular biologist, so I'm not going to say
Same
anything.
here?
Exactly. But the person in question who is promoting said product is someone that I have been rather familiar with since the 2020s.
Interesting.
Actually, even before that, late 2019. His name is Chris Duffin. So Chris Duffin is the guy who is most well known for several things. First, being a person who has both deadlifted and squatted 1,000 pounds.
Sorry, can you convert that from freedom units?
About 450 kilograms.
Alright. Wow. Taking some time for that to settle in, but
I'm not sure if he did it equipped. I'm quite sure he did. But it doesn't change the fact that I don't think most humans in our lives pick up 450 kilograms from the ground or even put it on your backs, lower yourself down to a parallel knee position, and stand back up successfully.
dude just lifted like 6 of me.
Yep. So for the average man, that amount seems really radical. For the
Yeah.
seasoned lifter who is in powerlifting, the amount is, couple kilograms, couple dozens, or maybe even hundreds of kilograms shy of silver records, but
It's respectable.
it's a very respectable feat.
Mm-hmm.
To me, he is also most well known for producing equipment, training equipment that during COVID times, me and a certain associate of mine took a specific piece of equipment, chucked it in the home gym, aka this room that we currently are in, and we trained with it across the duration of the circuit breaker. That was the Duffalo bar, which is basically a cambered bar. It has a curve made of high quality American steel,
Yes.
which is, from what I understand now, not really that big of a thing, but was a really big thing in the past. Aside
the steelworkers.
a lot of-
think of the steelworkers.
aside from a lot of other contraptions, machines, devices that essentially improve your fitness if you know how to use them. So
Interesting.
inside this one reel, Chris Duffin was promoting the Drink Hack formula, which is essentially anti-hangover pill, like you said, and he's also well known for another thing: whiskey and deadlift.
Ooh, sounds
Deadlift
like,
is an exercise, right?
yeah, it sounds like right up your alley.
This was mentioned inside the reel. What he did was, and I even have like an entire article that he did in 2014 about this.
Yeah.
So he is well known for taking a shot of alcohol before he lifts. And these are his really heavy PR personal record lifts.
Ooh, interesting.
Yes.
But it's anecdotal.
It is anecdotal, very much so. Doesn't change the fact that it's still evidence, although it is one of the lowest grades of evidence. But potentially, that means that there might be a purported ergogenic benefit to drinking alcohol.
Fair enough.
In terms
If
of
there's
performance.
a correlation,
Right.
it's about time we find out whether there is
Exactly,
causation.
right? So we know that there's a certain kind of, how I put it, there's a certain kind of benefit to taking some substances in our body.
To an extent.
Steroids, for example, other substances. But what we want to test is whether alcohol improves strength. So we kind of botched this part because I already got you to drink alcohol before you did the test. But
Fair enough. Well,
hey,
just some behind the scenes stuff.
he actually tested it and he got like 45.6.
Yeah. So, dynamometer.
So this is a hand dynamometer. It measures grip strength. It's been featured on the Whiskey We've talk
Yeah,
show
it's been here a
several
few
times. I believe that you did it with me and Nikki in the past during our, what was it? Sports anime episode?
Right, yeah.
When it was still a podcast. And what happens now is that let's run the exact same experiment again. So now, in true scientific method expression, I'm going to ask you a couple of things.
Sure.
So first, sir, do you already drink?
No.
Okay, second.
Sorry, what?
Do you believe that alcohol increases strength?
I would assume so. It functions like a delimiter.
Okay.
I think.
On a scale of 1 to 7, with 7 being the highest belief, how much do you believe that alcohol improves your strength?
Well, I'm slightly towards it increasing strength, so maybe a 4.
A 4.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, another question that is really important. So this is the topic called training status. Have you performed any kind of structured resistance training, for example, bodyweight training, training in the gym, over the past 1 year? Consistently, maybe like at least 2 sessions a week.
Well, consistency is not really a thing of mine, but yeah, I've been working out, if that's the question.
Well then, I guess we're gonna need to shrink the scope a little bit. When was what's the most you've trained in recent time? Have you been like consistently doing it for like 2 months or so?
I don't know. It's been a while, but I last did one yesterday.
Okay, and before that, like 2 months before?
Maybe like 3 weeks before.
Oh my god. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna lump you as an untrained participant.
Hey,
So
I find that offensive, but very true.
it's probably been about like a good 10 minutes since you've ingested alcohol. So
Yeah.
we're just gonna do 3 trials and take the average of that.
Sure, it's enough alcohol. I don't feel buzzed enough yet.
Okay, then we're just gonna assume that, you know, it's so weak and you're so adapted to it that it doesn't even count as drinking alcohol.
Yeah, that's
right?
a factor.
Just
You know
1
what?
dram. Alright, are you ready to start? So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna do right hand, 3 trials, left hand, 3 trials. There will be a break of 10 seconds of rest in between every single trial.
Alright.
Right? So turn it on. Make sure the age is correct. We're all 25 years old here. I don't know what. Oh, okay.
I assume it's just...
Okay, yeah. I think, so start your right hand. We're just gonna keep it kind of standard. So what I want you to do is that you're gonna leave your hand on the table. This way you cannot do any additional motions that create
Fair enough.
forces. So we're gonna get you to squeeze as hard as you can, and when you feel like you can't put out any more force, just let go and show me the score.
Alright. Think about the math teacher. Think about math teacher and strangling his throat.
Yeah, you have to do it like a choke me.
Choke.
What? You kind of, do you just like turn it off or something?
I don't know. It probably just...
Okay.
You probably just reset.
Ready?
Nope. I just spent one,
you-
but sure.
Do you hit it on the table or something? Alright, let's go.
Alright.
See? You're hitting it on the table, you nut. You're supposed to leave your arm on the table the entire time. Do I need to demonstrate? Okay, you know what? For fairness, I would just demonstrate.
Yeah.
Okay? You're supposed to leave your hand on the fucking table and squeeze.
Unfortunately,
That's what you're supposed to do.
I am very weak.
No, you're supposed to just put your hand on the
Yeah.
table and squeeze.
Reflexes.
No. Okay, so put your hand on the table. Don't raise it and squeeze as hard as you can. Yeah, that's good. Alright, I'll stop.
Nope,
Okay.
It was weaker than previously. That's just multiple tries, alright.
Alright, so that's the first take. We're gonna reset it.
Okay.
Okay, so now give you about 10 more seconds. No, right hand.
That's probably like
Second
the fifth,
trial.
It's probably like the 5th trial already.
Because you think about it, right? We're gonna. If you don't have some consistency in your alternate arms, then there's a longer break time.
Fair enough.
Alright, let's go. Second trial. Don't look at it. As hard as you can. It turned off. Does it just lack battery? Like what?
Perhaps it's been turning off.
Alright. Press the start button. Okay, go.
Ouch. Well, it's even weaker now.
Yeah. So that
It says weak. It's taunting me.
Oh my god.
My god.
Kind of disappointing.
It's taunting me. I didn't know the machines were sentient at this point. It's taunting me.
I may consider it might be a built-in response to your weakness. Alright.
I didn't know it.
Let me
I didn't know I
amplify
could disappoint machines.
Wow, that's kind of sad, don't you think?
Wow. I mean, I have to reevaluate my life at this point. What does it mean to disappoint a machine?
Why
What?
asking me?
Am I seriously that much of a disappointed that a non-sentient being can determine that I'm just weak?
Yeah.
I guess.
I hope these are charged batteries.
Why do you have non-charged bat? You know what? Some things are better left unknown. I hear voices, and I don't think they're coming from my head.
Yeah.
Alright. The third one's the charm. I guess I'll start.
Give me a second. Okay, back from commercial.
Oh, it switched off.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay, second. What was the score for the previous one?
What, 36?
36. Participant self-reporting.
I mean,
Alright.
as far as I remember.
Let's go. See, this experiment is going off to a very good start.
No, it's another 36.
Wow! You have to tell me the decimal. What was the decimal for
Fine.
the previous one?
I can't remember, but it's around the same.
I guess we're just voiding that trial and making you do another one.
What? My arm. My right arm.
What are you, huh? 7th grade? Alright. Now that you have your 10 seconds of rest.
This is like probably the 7th or 8th trial by now.
It's fine. Fatigue is expected. Okay.
Yeah, 34.3. Well,
Okay, so now let's take a full minute's rest.
I'm weak.
And we'll do this with your other arm. No, stop looking at the weakness. Don't focus on the weakness.
I'm sorry, Mom. I'm a
Remember,
disappointment.
we are all strong individuals. We're all strong individuals.
Nah, that's not how it works. That's not how anything works.
Alright, are you ready?
For the left.
Yep. Alright, so why you just stretch out your right hand towards me and you said left? Come on, bud. Left arm.
Alright.
Alright.
The control was 45, so. Oh, damn, it's cold.
As
Alright, let's go.
hard as you can.
Oh, my neck! Oh, it's about there.
Are you just a lefty?
No, I think it's weakness.
Weakness. God damn.
Oh, my neck.
Gotta make sure my participants don't wank before they come.
I'm just straining my neck at this point. Wow.
Ah, you know what we call that? We just call that bad form.
I'm just weak.
Alright, so
Oh, now it's my left arm. My left arm. Yeah, it's probably not the battery.
yeah, it probably has like an automatic shut off.
Alright.
Alright. Second try. Let's go.
Wow.
I believe that your form for both cases are going to need to be recorded, man. I'm gonna need to record all my participants at this point.
Probably. I mean, if you have no idea how to actually like, do this on a, like
Okay,
consistently or
Make sure before you do anything, you press the button
Uh-huh.
and apparently
Reset it.
shut off.
cool.
Okay,
Are you sure it's not just the equipment?
it's probably just the battery. Oh, I'll need to buy new batteries.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
You know what? Let's just do a plug energizer. Yeah, they're probably the best batteries that you can get.
Yeah, probably gonna need actually like prep
Right.
batteries because I wasn't expecting it to run out of juice.
3.
Alright, ready? Okay, we are seeing signs of actual neuromuscular fatigue. That's good.
Now it's my left arm. My left arm.
Okay,
And my
don't
left
forget
arm.
you're gonna have to repeat this.
Wait, what?
So in the time that we do this, right? In the time that this is done, we're gonna get some whiskey on the rocks, and I'm gonna run the trial for myself.
Jesus.
All right. I'm gonna do it first, and then we get whiskey on rocks.
Wait, but you're already inebriated. Oh, technically speaking.
What? This is nothing, Ben. Literally,
Technically speaking.
I've literally adapted to whiskey so much stronger than this.
The problem is that we are not having a consistent research methodology.
Screw this shit. I am the rules.
Interesting. 61.6.
That's kind of disappointing.
Well, you've had two other tries prior to this, so you know.
Yeah, but the recovery time is sufficiently high, no?
Really?
Was it 61.1?
61.6.
Okay, let's give it a couple seconds to rest.
Because you've already had a round of drinks, so any more alcohol would probably
Then
be...
this is insignificant.
We are trying to study the effects of alcohol as a delimiter.
Correct.
So any percent of alcohol in your system should act as a delimiter in and of itself.
No, we're testing the effect of acute consumption of alcohol.
Acute consumption.
That means that the second we take it, we test. We
Right.
test repeatedly.
Yeah, so any more consumption of alcohol would be...
No, so that's why we need the acute setting, right?
You need a control before the alcohol.
So this is where we kind of done messed up, Ben.
You know what? Let's just say that since this is not an IIRB...
Hey, okay, this is called an outlier.
This is called a disappointment.
No, it's called an outlier, dude.
You know what? Since this is not an IIRB approved research, we can do whatever we want.
Exactly. See? I told you, that was called an outlier.
Interesting.
Yeah. That was a legitimate case of my hand slipped.
It did more than
Okay.
it did more than slip.
Yeah, it actually did. Alright. So now
Reset.
other side.
Herb derp.
I think my left hand actually has like better neuro.
Why is it because you are equipped on the left?
No, because I actually
That's a
trained my left for actual like speed generation in the past by doing boxing. So my left arm is actually more explosive than my right.
I see. So unlike Tryndamere, your left arm is stronger than your right.
Yeah, exactly.
So you use it more often. I see.
I use my right hand more often. Okay, this is called an anomaly. There's no way it just drops like 10 points, right? See? Told you. Doesn't just drop 10 points. That is called a measurement error. Right. So that's 64.8, 61.8, and the drop off is actually a lot bigger than the right arm. The right arm has been really consistent so far. Okay, so trial number 3, which is still working.
Push like you're giving birth. Wait, what?
Bro, this is clearly called an anomaly, dude. My neck is actually cramping.
But it actually looks about right for the drop off.
No, there's like 7 kilograms of force drop off.
Seems about right.
Okay, yeah.
It seems about
It
right.
probably is about right. Wow. I didn't expect the neuromuscular fatigue to hit that hard.
You know what? You are built for speed. You are not built for endurance.
That is very true.
What can I say?
Hard and fast. Alright. So now we're gonna take a short commercial break to get some ice. Back with some ice.
I don't. Do you have like any to spare for my hands? Like I can feel my...
Nah. Although there is good evidence to suggest that icing does actually restore neuromuscular performance to a large degree.
It should be.
Nah.
You know what?
Why bother, man?
What?
Alright, so remember we're gonna do like an acute test. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna drink, and then we're immediately gonna switch. We're gonna start with you. We're gonna do the right hand.
Alcohol does not metabolize that fast, does it?
No, so we're testing the psychological effect of drinking alcohol as a delimiter.
As a okay.
Yeah, so we need to test our neuromuscular performance immediately.
Wait, so you're arguing that alcohol functions as a placebo more than an actual...
That's why there's a question to test your belief. Like, do you believe that alcohol increases strength?
Interesting.
That's why the ideal solution would actually have been to run a double-blind trial. But,
Yeah, but unfortunately you don't have anything that
But
is...
the taste of alcohol is just too distinct that you can't blind anyone to alcohol, right? So, I'm afraid not.
If only there were a way.
Yeah, honestly, that was my issue with trying to run that entire study.
How does actually injecting people with alcohol have like negative consequences to their health?
I'm very sure that there are positive consequences.
positive.
No matter what.
Sounds like that's what we
Because
gotta do for
okay,
this.
let's say if you stab someone alcohol in the arm, right? I expect it's going to still be sent by the bloodstream to somewhere, and most likely that's the brain.
Yeah,
Crosses the blood-brain barrier and induces the effect no matter what.
exactly. So you get the alcohol into your bloodstream faster.
You're injecting into your bloodstream. What are you talking about?
Exactly. So
that makes it worse because what you want is you want the liver to actually detoxify the alcohol. It is poison. We talked about this just now.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not a biology nor a.
All right. Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
All right. So.
It's just nutty now.
Yeah. That was
Nuts.
not a very good decision.
Nuts. I mean, after we tried it like with a drop of water, would have expected this, no? That was the expectation.
That's
That it would just taste like nuts.
very true.
Right.
I didn't get anything, but
No, it's just
really
nuts.
just doesn't taste much to me.
Oh, now you know.
Okay, every time we do this, we take a sip.
Yep, it's about there.
Yeah, I think your performance actually increased.
That's just cause the first few were not recorded because of.
No. We ran it as a
Inconsistencies.
proper trial.
I mean, the first that was recorded was probably like the third that I tried, so you know it's not consistent. But it's fine. It's not IRLB approved and it's not official, so whatever.
Just means that the study design, the methodology needs work. Needs work, man. Wow, okay, that is an outlier score. I refuse to accept this score. It's too low.
I think we need to like put the numbers at the corner or something so that like people can actually see what an outlier actually.
I'm taking the previous score.
Alright, let's go.
So that was 53.8 for me.
Ah, 40.
Yeah,
About
so
3 kg drop.
you're degrading at the speed at which you previously did. But for me, it's kind of worse off.
It's kind of whack. What the hell have you been drinking? It's only 40%, man. And I see you need a refill for your left arm.
Of course.
But honestly, you know, while we're testing this out,
Yeah,
why not we give a score for this?
I agree.
Right? It's definitely not a 49er. So
5.
5?
5.
I would say it's interesting. I'll give
I
it a
compounded it down because my expectations were subverted.
fair enough. Very, very fair.
Then I'm not getting much taste. Yeah, kind of expected.
Yeah. I'm giving it a 6.5. It's a interesting drink. Neat. On the rocks, it definitely fails. Tastes like a Jack.
Yeah, shall we do the... I think we have to have some consistency, right? We gotta do this on the rocks again, yeah?
But yeah, it's honestly for how much like you're hyping it up behind the scenes.
Not so much, but it's more
Your
like...
expectations.
All I told you was I saw good reviews.
Right, your expectations.
Yeah, I saw good reviews. But
Honestly, for your expectations, I'd say it's a slight disappointment.
it's a very big disappointment to me.
You know how I put it?
Sadness and sorrow.
It would be something that would be how do I put this? I think it will be something that is interesting, nice, perhaps for the female audience. Neat.
That's a very good suggestion. I think we need to have more female voices on this talk show. Wow, that's a vast degradation in performance.
I think that's an outlier. Wait, I try again.
Okay, so pretend we didn't see that.
Yeah, unless of course you're saying that your left thumb has degraded so far even after rest.
No, yeah, that most certainly was a
Outlier.
outlier.
Interesting.
Yeah. So your turn for the left arm.
Alright, time for a sip and then sip and squeeze, boys. Sip and squeeze.
Let it rip. Let it rip. Let it rip.
Oh, wow.
Hey, not bad. So far, your performance has actually increased. Maybe it's because I didn't state overtly, do I believe it increases strength?
Perhaps.
I didn't gaslight myself into it.
But what was your original? I assume that
I would put a 4 as well, as you said.
you are inclined to believe, but you won't believe it until there is hard evidence. Would you say?
I would support that notion.
You are truly a man of science.
I would take into account the anecdotal experiences of others and personal anecdotal experience like that. I remember the previous time, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I did it at your place,
Mm-hmm.
I first scored like a 63,
Mm-hmm.
and then I scored like a 69.
Nice.
Nice. Oh, shit. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to account for the fact that I trained today as well.
So the neuromuscular fatigue has compounded onto this session.
Definitely.
Alright.
100%.
You know what? Sip and squeeze. Oof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
the
far, I
drop is
think
so
you've been experiencing a more authentic kind of experience because you trained yesterday, but I trained today.
Yeah.
So all my neuromuscular fatigue is actually like manifesting now, in terms of like degraded results.
So it appears that perhaps as a neurodepressant, but from whatever anecdotal evidence we have from here, it doesn't appear to be doing too much work.
Bruh.
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 I'm just gonna take the L, man.
You know what?
I'm just gonna
Put it
take
this
the
way, even at your weakest, you're still stronger than me.
L. That's very true.
What does that say about me? Ah.
I mean, it does reflect, like, from personal experience very well, that my grip does fatigue really, really fast.
Alright. Oh, okay.
Hey.
Interesting.
I think it could be the fact that your technique is very consistently. In addition, you're also grinding into the table, whereas mine is purely just focus on grip.
I mean,
That might be a contributing factor.
you have the skills.
I could train you to probably do it.
You have the technique.
You just need a familiarization trial first. That's all it means. Yeah, you know.
Alright.
So if we were to look at the results that we have so far,
Dr.
right?
Ed, what are your findings?
The findings actually support, or rather, some evidence supports that your performance actually increased.
Oh, interesting.
So you see your right arm, right? I don't even think we need to take averages, but per trial,
I think that's just
score is higher. It could be-
inconsistency, but it's just
That's the thing. So
let's just
we
ignore it.
no.
Because honestly, like the first for the right arm was like the third or fourth, so consistency is not there. So let's just refer to your right arm.
We were to look at my results, right?
Mhm.
So you'll see that I have a very drastic reduction in performance
That's
on the right arm.
interesting.
In the trials where I was drinking. So that means that the fatigue from my training session earlier today, in addition to the 3 repetitions of squeezing that I did in my first trial, have carried over. So I scored on average really poorly. I'll put out the numbers right here.
Yeah.
But right arm did 61.6, 60.3, and 59.5 in trials 1, 2, and 3. And per sip, it was still reduced at 60.4, 53.8, and 49.1.
Yeah, which is really significant.
Yes, and the left arm, it was even worse. So left arm's score in trials 1, 2, and 3 was 64.8, 61.8, and 53.9. Which I think is quite accurate. I do fatigue really fast. And on the drinking side of things, 60.2, 54.7, and 48.4.
So that's effectively like a 5 kg average decrease.
Yeah. So I think what this indicates is that even in spite of the personal belief, right, acutely it does not increase performance.
Though I would be skeptical of whether or not it's a result of the accumulated fatigue. So perhaps a better method would be not testing it before the drinking.
Yeah. So we should have done trials 1, 2, and 3 And
But-
then we drank it neat.
You know what? Time concerns.
Hey, yeah, that's very much true, man.
If we could do this over 2 days, with ample time to reset and,
Okay, so the whole point of this little, like, shenanigans right here,
Uh-huh.
right, was that I'm running you through what the scientific method is. We are
Wait.
going to take trials.
Uh-huh.
We are going to look at evidence. We're going to look at data points. And we need more. We need you, the viewer.
You.
If you're of legal drinking age, to come and contribute some data points to us. Isn't that right?
Like, we're sponsoring the drink, so what's there to lose?
Isn't that right? Exactly.
The only thing is that you're volunteering to
Is it-
consume poison, but
Exactly. Is it ethical to test alcohol's effects on people?
well, if they agree to it, that's
Yeah.
all that's necessary.
Exactly.
第一次科学は世界一 but
When you say it that fast, right? I thought you were speaking a dialect for a second.
but
Because you didn't even use the right term. It's like, ドイツの科学は世界一! And then,
you still need a Brakamono, but anyways,
yes.
yeah, it's free drinks. It's like free drinks.
Right? Okay, so I think we detracted from the point. I
Yes.
rated this a 5 out of 10. In due part to my subverted expectations. But what about you?
6.5.
6.5.
Put it this way, the neat version has a very interesting taste profile that you don't usually find in scotches.
Really?
I agree with you, it's a very distinct floral sweetness that is not
Chrysanthemum.
overly it's not too overpowering, and it is pleasant to the palate. It is just a
Weak.
bit too weak, but it is an interesting taste profile, so I'll just give it a 6.5 just because it is something that I have not tried before.
Alright, man. It's kind of like the Kleinish 14 that we had during the elusive expressions. I wouldn't exactly score that high. But that was definitely a novel taste. It was like
Is
a
is
different
indeed
kind of
very
gin.
novel. I would definitely say it's definitely suitable for someone who is not too interested with like overpowering stuff like maybe a Talisker or perhaps even a Kavalan.
Oh yeah, Vilberic.
Yeah,
Oh my
so
God.
this would be for someone with a more like delicate palate.
Yeah, I was gonna say weak palate, but delicate is probably the best word for it.
So yeah, I would say this is perfectly fine as a. How much did you buy it for again?
80 something.
Okay, so it may be a bit pricey, but you know
You think so? But for a single malt Scotch,
80 plus for this.
it's cheap.
For
Glenkeechee, the one that is up there, is I think 96.
For this, I would say it's a bit overpriced for the taste profile, especially if you're looking for it for novelty's sake. But
Okay,
you know
but okay, we're gonna go into a bit of pricing here, but to put into context for the viewer, right?
Mhm.
So most single malt Scotches that are 12-year come in at anywhere around 90 something to 100 plus.
Glenfiddich
per
12,
bottle.
60. Let's go. Right.
Glenfiddich 12 was definitely not 60s, at least 86.
Really?
At least.
Damn. All right, you
Right.
know what?
Singleton 12 is the only one that I know that actually comes close to that price range.
It's like 40.
Remember? The cheapest I ever saw Singleton 12 consistently for years is 59. And
Just
then
buying
they
Christmas.
bumped it up to 62 and 64.
All right, but yeah, novelty taste. You know what?
Yeah, but Cardhu is I don't know, it got really good reviews online on Masters of Malt if I'm not wrong. So this is a disappointment.
You know what? Perhaps it's time to do more research about who are actually making the reviews. But that's for
How
another
do I
time.
validate that?
That's
Alright.
for another time.
So, this, I would say, is the rounding up point of this episode.
All right.
I think my anime list, fall 2023, there isn't really much to look forward to, isn't there? Is there?
I think there is.
Really?
Honestly, for the start, put it this way: if you're looking forward to particular things, there are quite a few series that are either having a continuation that you should look forward to, or if you're looking at Fairen, that is the thing that's the anime that I'm most looking forward. I was
Fairen?
most looking
Really?
forward to, cause it had a very interesting atmosphere to it. But otherwise, more
Yeah.
isekai. But
Fury is not this guy.
Yeah,
Wait,
no,
yeah.
it's
There's a lot of isekai coming out.
yeah. But,
Though it is every season ever since isekai became like a more popular trend.
but
or
yeah,
normalized trend.
for me, Frieren is the most look forward to, and since I've been a bit busy, I'll be taking a look at it to see whether it is really worth your time.
Right.
Right. But,
really busy, yeah. Alright, no
hey,
things.
If you have something that you're looking forward to in this season,
Tell us.
tell us, sure. But yeah, there's a lot of continuations and a couple of new things. So you know what? Not the worst season.
Not the worst season?
Not
you
the
think so?
worst. Not the worst.
Alright, man.
I've seen worse.
So Ben, do you think the people fall for this experiment? What? Do you think that people will be interested in taking part in this experiment? On the reward
It's free
of
drinks.
Free drinks.
It's free drinks.
It's free drinks.
It's free drinks.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So shoot us a DM.
It's not just for Jim Booney. You could have a free drink. I'm sorry, do you know the reference? Never mind.
No.
It's free drinks.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Alright.
You know what? Sorry. Back to a point about the scientific method. I thought it was just creating a hypothesis, looking at what was available online about the hypothesis, getting disappointed because it's already been researched, and then just shitposting about what is available.
Well, Ben, I believe that is called secondary research, and we don't really care too much about that,
Oh, sorry, that's what I've been doing for the entire time in sociology, but hey, alright.
So what we're aiming to do here is some primary research to breach into an extremely unethical field of testing out alcohol's effects on people.
It's fine. IRB doesn't have to do anything about it. You know what?
Exactly.
It's free drinks.
It's free drinks. Alright. Cheers up. But otherwise, Ben, I think this is a good wrap up for the episode. How do you feel? Do you like the experimental trial in the first place?
It's free drinks! That's about it,
Yeah.
Experiments are secondary. You get the drink for free.
Yeah, that's very much true. Alright. Otherwise, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and comment.
Comment if you want free drinks.
And that's it. That's the end of the episode. Have a nice day, and we'll see you for the next experiment.
Alright,
Wait, what?
Let's go.